Is WrestleMania 40 the greatest WrestleMania of all time? Some say yes, some may feel otherwise. This is AM Talks WWE, and let's talk WrestleMania 40. WrestleMania 40 starts off with Triple H's segment in the ring, his energy, the star power that Triple H provided here, even though he is an authority figure behind the scenes. His star power, you could just feel that in the WrestleMania crowd. His welcome to WrestleMania was perfect because we need that new clip of someone just yelling welcome to WrestleMania. I feel like that was amazing. The segment did what it was supposed to do, so nothing to really dislike or feeling like the segment needed anything. Next, we have Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. A lot of things to like about this match, but let's start off with the entrances. Rhea Ripley's live mic entrance from her band, the energy from both sides, the band singing with her, and her just showing that insanity, with like her theme song describes. And Becky Lynch's entrance was great. The promotional entrance for her book, her looking like a good challenger for Rhea Ripley, that was great. Overall, the match was really competitive, good use of submissions and finishers. And the match finish was great as well. Rhea Ripley hitting the Riptide, 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley is still your women's world champion. The only thing I would say I disliked about this was just the build to the match. I feel like this match kind of sold itself. It didn't really need the Becky Lynch, oh, you talk about my daughter. Like, it's cool to happen like in her previous rivalries, but if it just keeps happening over and over again, like they need to think of something new for someone as talented as Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Like their story could have gone in so many other paths, and it could have taken a dark turn, but they decided to, let it be. And Rhea Ripley's turning into a babyface, so that's good. Solid opener for WrestleMania. Next, we have the six-pack ladder match. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller versus Miz and R-Truth versus the undisputed tag team champions Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, and New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Overall, lots to like about this match. Fast-paced action, good use of the ladders, and splitting up the tag team titles was great because it allows Finn Balor and Damian Priest to move on from the tag division. And I like the fact that one babyface team won the tag titles and a heel team won the other set of the tag team championships. So you have A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, your new SmackDown tag team champions. Miz and R-Truth, your new Raw tag team champions. Nothing to dislike or change. It had good variety in teams, and it delivered when it comes to a tag team championship match. Ladder matches in WrestleMania just go well together. Next, we have Rey Mysterio and Andrade, along with the LWO, facing Santos Escobar, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, accompanied by Angel, Berto, and Elektra Lopez. Overall, I would say, did not like a lot about this match. The only thing I would say I liked about this was Rey and Santos getting a WrestleMania platform, just them sharing that ring and Andrade as well. And I do like the fact that they added a bit of a spin on the Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio saga. So I thought that was pretty good. Obviously, it could have used more in-depth storytelling, but this was good enough for a WrestleMania match, I guess. What I disliked about this match was quite a few things. I would say the not having a clean ending to the match and outside involvement from those Philadelphia locals, those players, it took away from the match quality, in my opinion. And another thing about this match is just it didn't have that WrestleMania type feel. It just felt like a regular match on a regular show. But that's okay. It did have the star power. What it needed was to be a singles match between Rey and heel Carlito, or Andrade and Santos Escobar. I feel like any of those stories, if they continued it, it would have been great. But I think they're saving that for future matches. If not, then They could have just had the heel team win this with outside interference to continue that feud, but it looks like from a tag team perspective, they just ended them because the Philadelphia team players there arrived and helped out Rey Mysterio and Andrade. I like that spot where Rey Mysterio and Andrade jumped off the top rope and they landed on Santos Escobar and Dominic. I thought that was really fun. Your winners of this match, Rey Mysterio and Andrade, along with the LWO. Next, we have Jey Uso Yeet versus Jimmy Uso No Yeet. Not a lot to like about this match. The only thing I would say I liked about this match was the entrances. And the fact that it was personal and the fact that this was the very first WrestleMania with twins facing off against each other. They always talk about this is the third brother versus brother match, but this is the very first twin match. What this match lacked was quite a few things. It needed to be more personal. It needed a stipulation. It had weak in-ring action. It had no variety in the movesets because we were just doing a finisher fest. It was super kick after super kick after super kick, which made it too predictable. The only thing I would say I liked about this was Jimmy Uso trying to apologize to Jey Uso, but that's pretty much it. This match definitely needed to be more personal. I would say this is in the bottom few of the worst WrestleMania matches of this WrestleMania. So this goes right along with Rey Mysterio and Andrade's match against Santos and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So I would put these two side by side. The winner of this match, Jey Uso. Yeet! Next, we have Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control. A lot to like about this match. I do like the entrances of Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. You could just feel the star power of those women. The pace of this match was amazing. Quick action, right to the point, quick moves, quick finishers. It made Jade Cargill, Bianca, and Naomi all look like stars, and I love the finish with Jade Cargill at the end of the match. The right team won. The winners of this match, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. Next, we have Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Man, a lot to like about this match. The build to go to this match was awesome. Having Chad Gable as Sami Zayn's trainer, they found a way to flip that into something good, even though Chad Gable couldn't be in that match against Gunther, and fans were upset initially, but the support that Sami Zayn has from the fans and how relatable of a person Sami Zayn is, it made the match have its unpredictability. Doing it for his family just made him a complete underdog. Good in-ring action. It was really competitive, and the finisher of the match was really good. It presented Gunther as getting too confident as being his detriment because he tried to taunt Sami Zayn's wife, Sami Zayn hitting multiple finishers, and Sami Zayn is your new Intercontinental Champion. Now we have the WrestleMania 40 Night 1 main event. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and the final boss, The Rock. A lot to like about this match. The build to the match between The Rock and Cody Rhodes was perfect. The long-term storytelling between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins is great. So it just culminated to be a really good tag team match for WrestleMania 40 Night 1. I love the entrances. It had a very grand main event feel. The star power and the face-off. The face-off right when they got in the ring and the bell rang between The Rock and Roman Reigns, Cody and Seth, that stare down was great. The match was slowly cooking. The Rock's involvement in the match, his outside ring action, the use of the finishers, and The Rock going through a table, allowing Cody Rhodes to put him through that table was awesome. The Rock understands how to elevate a top babyface in this company. He knew that his star power will somehow rub off on Cody Rhodes, and it did. Although The Rock and Roman Reigns defeated Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes looked like a top babyface, and The Rock understands that. It was a really good way to reintroduce The Rock into in-ring action and surrounding him with current stars that are familiar with the workload and the scale of this match. That was your WrestleMania Saturday, and now let's talk about WrestleMania Sunday. The show starts off with Stephanie McMahon making her entrance with a new theme song, and once she got in the ring, the energy and intensity in her voice was great, and she got the crowd prepared. There's nothing for me that I would want to dislike or change here. Great segment. Next, we have Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. I like the build to this match because Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins have faced off a few times for the world title, but Drew's new approach just made this match even more important. So Drew came into this match with a lot of energy. He brought that in-ring action. Same with Seth Rollins. The pace of this match was great. It didn't feel like it overstayed its welcome for an opener match. This is a main event type of match, so that was great. Kept the crowd really energized. The finishers that Drew McIntyre used, and then him defeating Seth Rollins to become your new World Heavyweight Champion was great. Seth Rollins saying that Drew deserves it after Seth Rollins loses the title. I thought that was great. But here's the thing. Seth Rollins may have said, you deserve to get cashed in on, because now we have Damian Priest running down this ramp. Drew McIntyre busy with CM Punk at the broadcast table. CM Punk drops Drew McIntyre to the ground. And now Damian Priest has the perfect chance. So he goes in there, hits the best finisher I've seen Damian Priest hit. It was just high energy from Damian Priest. You could just feel the adrenaline from Damian Priest. I love the execution of this. It elevated Damian, of course. And he is your new World Heavyweight Champion. This is going to be really exciting for upcoming stories between the three men. I feel like the World Heavyweight Championship scene is even more spontaneous, and you can have so many different competitors in that World Heavyweight Championship scene. Next, we have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Final Testament. I would say I like the fact that you had the surprise appearance from Bubba Ray Dudley. I thought that was great, but it wasn't exactly needed for this match. I would say this match was the weakest on the WrestleMania card by far. It felt really bland. It felt predictable and just not memorable. Like, I'm not going to look back at this match and be like, yeah, you remember when Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits faced Final Testament? Like, no. Like, I would rather have a stipulation match between Lashley and Karrion Kross, because their rivalry became personal, but then they decided to give this a tag match stipulation. So the winners of this match, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Next, we have AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Yeah. I liked the build of this match. I felt like it made it more personal. LA Knight attacking AJ Styles at his home after AJ Styles flew all the way across an Elimination Chamber to attack him. So better build than expected. Two hard-hitting fighters. Good in-ring action. Big match for LA Knight. And the advancement of LA Knight's career. They are not allowing LA Knight's momentum to fall. And I feel like LA Knight does not want his momentum to fall. Yeah. And the advancement of AJ Styles' heel character, like, this is what we need. If AJ Styles wants his new theme song and wants to be a heel, this was needed to advance AJ Styles as a heel. Nothing to really dislike or change, although I would have enjoyed to see an extreme stipulation of some kind. So the winner of this match, LA Knight, yeah. Next, we have Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton, and he is defending the United States Championship. Not a lot to like about this match, but even then, I did like the match pace. Any triple threat match really brings that pace that we need. It was a good setup for Randy Orton versus Logan down the line. It protects both Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, regardless of the result. And Logan Paul's heel tactics, like this is what we needed. It advances him as a heel. Logan Paul can definitely be that guy that mixes up the mid card for now and has guys like Kevin Owens and Randy Orton elevating a guy like Logan Paul. At first, when I was looking forward to this match, I was thinking, man, they could use Randy Orton and Kevin Owens in a better way. But the way they executed this and Logan Paul using those tactics, it was great. The winner of this match, and still your United States champion, Logan Paul. Next, we have 2024 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Bayley versus Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. Before we talk about the match, I want to say the build of this match felt really personal, felt earned, and it had that long-term storytelling that WrestleMania feuds need. It had that personal rivalry of betrayal and friendship. It had those layers, it reminded me of Batista and Triple H. I think the match pace was great. The finish of the match, getting Bayley's moment was great. We needed these kinds of things. Io Sky didn't really look more elevated here or anything, but maybe they can rebuild and repackage Io as a bigger heel. I think she should stay as a heel. And Bayley becoming that babyface and the crowd just wanting that moment. I didn't dislike anything about this except for Bayley's entrance, which kind of felt like out of left field because it was just like a new theme and the pyramids, the Egyptian vibes. Like I just didn't know how that fit in with Bayley's character. I would still say that the Rhea Ripley match was the best women's match on the card, but this match definitely delivered in terms of story and the execution of it, and it just felt more important. We wanted Bayley to achieve her moment. So, the winner of this match and your new WWE Women's Champion, Bayley. So, it's Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Look, there's a lot to like about this match. So many heroic efforts, so many surprises, the face-offs, the roller coaster ride that the fans went through. But here's the thing. The first half of this match felt pretty standard. It felt like the WrestleMania 39 match, where it's just back and forth, no interferences yet. But the first half kind of felt like a throwaway because Cody was trying to go for the pinfall and trying to get that 1, 2, 3, the false finishes. I just feel like that didn't really click with me as a fan. However, as soon as we saw any kind of interference in this match became really epic. And I haven't enjoyed matches like this in a long time, and I felt like this really put me on that roller coaster. So here's the thing. Solo Sikoa interfering and attacking Cody Rhodes in the match. He really tried to make it a 2-on-1 handicap match. And Cody Rhodes kept kicking out. Whenever Solo spiked him or anything that was going on with Roman Reigns and Solo, he would kick out. So that's what I liked about this match. The heroic efforts of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes overcoming the odds in this part of the match. But then John Cena shows up and tries to go after Solo because you have their connecting story from Crown Jewel. John Cena shows up, attitude adjustment to Solo, attitude adjustment to Roman Reigns. Now John Cena's in the ring. He's hyped up. Cody Rhodes is recovering. And then the final boss's theme song plays. The Rock shows up. Thrice in a lifetime, The Rock and John Cena in the ring. John Cena does the "you can't see me." And then what happens? The Rock hits John Cena with a rock bottom. The Rock being really confident here. Final boss. And then Undertaker's theme song hits. The crowd goes absolutely crazy. Undertaker hits a chokeslam on The Rock and disappears. Now, right after that, you would say, okay, everybody's out here. It's a chaos. What's going on? Cody Rhodes delivering that jolt of energy and just becoming really heroic and hitting him with a crossroads, Roman Reigns. It reminded me of what like a Hulk Hogan would do when he got that energy from the fans. So true babyface here. Cody Rhodes hits the crossroads and wins the WWE Universal Championship. Overall, WrestleMania 40 had a solid match card throughout, and it will be one of the more stronger WrestleManias from an in-ring standpoint. The presentation and star power of the matches could have been better, but the spectacle surrounding the show had that focus that it needed. This is not the greatest WrestleMania of all time, in my opinion, because it's too soon to decide something like that. It will take time to absorb and to see the long-term impact to determine if this WrestleMania is a classic or not. Recency bias will not let me say it's a classic, but it's a great WrestleMania, and I was generally really happy with the show. Thanks for tuning in. This is AM Talks WWE.